Rescissible contracts. So the following are the rescissible contracts under Article 1381. So we have 5. Okay, the first one, those which are entered into by guardians whenever the wards whom they represent suffer lesion by more than 1/4 of the value of the things which are the object thereof. Number 2, those agreed upon in representation of absentees, if the latter suffer the lesion stated in the preceding number. Number 3, that pertains to action poliana, those undertaken in fraud of creditors, when the latter cannot in any other manner collect the claims due them. Number 4, those which refer to things under litigation, if they have been entered into by the defendant without the knowledge and approval of the litigants or of competent judicial authority. And number 5, all other contracts specially declared by law to be subject to rescission. Okay, first, what do we mean by lesion? Because the basis for rescission here, the basis for rescission of these contracts would be lesion or economic injury. When we say rescission, meaning ipa-rescind, ipa-cancel nimo. So what would be the effect if ipa-cancel nimo ang contract? Unsay consequence? Once cancelled na siya or rescinded, there is what we call mutual restitution. Mag-inuliay sila. Okay? Let's say si seller and si buyer, once the contract of sale is rescinded or cancelled, kasi nga the contract of sale is rescissible, hence it is subject to rescission. And once it is rescinded, what will happen? There is what we call mutual restitution between the buyer and the seller. Mag-inuliay sila sa ilang nadawat. So si seller mo uli sa buyer sa money received by the seller, the purchase price, and also si buyer ibalik niya kay seller ang thing na na-receive niya because of that contract of sale. Okay? And also remember that rescission is only a subsidiary remedy. It is not a direct remedy. So meaning you have to resort to other remedies, you have to exhaust all other remedies before you resort to rescission. Kasi rescission should be the last resort. Kung wala na laing remedy, na available, rescission na lang, then you go for rescission. Okay? So, we will discuss more of that when we reach action poliana, the number 3 rescissible contract. Okay, let's start with number 1. Those which are entered into by guardians whenever the wards whom they represent suffer lesion by more than 1/4 of the value of the things which are the object thereof. So we have their guardians, we also have wards. These guardians class are appointed by the court, to be the guardians of the wards. Kinsa bang pwede ma-wards? Minor. Kinsa pwede mag-guardian ng minor? The parents. If walay parents, some other persons appointed by the court to be the guardian of the minor. Kinsa bang pwede mahimong ward? Those persons of legal age, bisag di na sila minor, but they are not capable of protecting themselves, of taking care of themselves, because of, let's say, physical condition, disability, mental disability. Okay, that's why they are considered wards under the law. And since dili nila kaya protektahan, pangalagaan ng ilahang kaugalingon, so the court will appoint a guardian, okay, to represent them, okay, to protect them, to take care of them. So what if klase ward, dato, daghan siya'y properties, daghan siya'y yuta, daghan siya'y lupa, and then si guardian sold a parcel of land owned or belonging to the ward. Let's say, guardian sold the ward's property valued at 1 million for 500,000 pesos. So, ang cost ng property 1 million pero gibaligya lang 500. Nay loss, syempre. Pilang loss? 500,000 pesos. So, ang pangutana, is the contract of sale rescissible? You first ask yourself, how much is the loss here? How much is the lesson? How much is the damage or the injury, no, being caused to the ward? How much? It's 500,000 pesos. Question, is it more than the 1/4 of the value of the property? The value of the property is 1 million. What is 1/4 of 1 million? 250,000. Is the 500,000 loss more than the 250,000? Yes. And since our answer is yes, then the contract of sale in that example is rescissible, which is subject to rescission. Okay? Later, we will know who has the right to file an action for rescission, who has the right to rescind the rescissible contract. Later na. Okay? Number 2, those agreed upon in representation of absentees, if the latter suffer the lesion stated in the preceding number. So, same na siya sa number 1. It's just that, in number 2, we are talking of absentees. And kini nga mga absentees na sila yung mga representatives, authorized representatives. What if ang authorized representative ng absentee, gibaligya ang yuta sa absentee, same gihapon, worth 1 million for 500,000 pesos. So, the loss is 500,000, which is more than the 1/4 of the 1 million. Hence, still the contract of sale is rescissible. What if, class, the property valued at 1 million was sold for 750,000? How much is the loss? 250 is the loss. Is it more than the 1/4? No, it is equal to 1/4 of the value of the property, of the 1 million. So, is the sale rescissible? No, because it is not more than 1/4. It is equal to 1/4. Okay? So, another thing. What if it was sold for 800,000 pesos? How much is the loss? 200,000 pesos ang loss. Is the 200,000 pesos greater than the 1/4? No, kasi ang 1/4 of the value is 250,000, 1/4 of 1 million. But the loss is only 200,000. And if that would be the case, then there is no lesion that we're talking about here under 1381. There is loss, but it's not the loss or the lesion that we are referring here under, or talking here under Article 1381. Kasi the lesion here should be more than 1/4 of the value of the property for the contract of sale to be considered rescissible. Okay? How about number 3? Those undertaken in fraud of creditors when the latter cannot in any other manner collect the claims due them. So take note of that phrase, when the latter cannot in any other manner collect the claims due them. Pasabot wala na laing available na remedy sa creditor. Kundili mag-resort na lang sila to rescission. Okay? So, unsa example ani? For example, si A utangan kay B ng 1 million. Okay? A borrowed 1 million from B. Now, si A, wala dyan siya pambayad kay B. So, unsa gibuhat ni A? Wala man dyan siya cash, no? And si A kabalo na pag di siya makabayad, pagkasuhan siya ni B, ang mahitabo, pag wala kay cash, the court will order for the attachment of your properties, of the properties owned by A. Let's say si A na car, si A na house and lot, pero wala siya 1 million cash. Unsay mahitabo? Mayingon ng korte, kanang imuhang car, kanang imuhang house and lot, ibaligya nato na. Okay? I-levy, attach ng korte, ibaligya na siya. Ang proceeds coming from the sale, mao tong ibayad kay B. Okay, mao na ang mahitabo, class. Now, unsa ang action polyana? Okay, kanus anay action polyana lang. If, class, si A, wala na siya properties. As in, walay car, walay house and lot. Nag-rent lang siya. Wala siya car po. Wala po siya money, no? So, in that case, kung dili na jud maka-collect si creditors kay A. Kaya wala na siya car, wala siya car, wala siya house and lot. That's the time that the creditor would resort to rescission. Rescission of what? Rescission of this. Listen. Let's say si A naa siya'y beach resort. Ang iyang beach resort, iyang gibaligya. Okay, in fraud of creditors. Why? While gikasuhan siya ni B, kabalo siya nga ang iyang beach resort makuha jud na sa korte, mahibaligya pambayad kay B. So siyang buhaton, iyang gibaligya while the case was still pending. Gibaligya niya ang beach resort para dili na to makuha sa iyaha. Tas ang kwarta sa pagbaligya sa beach resort, iya na to taguon. Then moingon dayon siya nga wala siya kwarta kay si A had no intention to pay B. Okay? So while the case was pending, A sold his beach resort to C. So karon pagkaso-kaso, paghanap ng korte, halawa naman ni siya properties, di ay, wa na tay ma-attach, wa na tay ma-levy, wa na tay makuha sa iya para ibaligya. So, kinsay luoy? Si B, no? Remember, walay tao nga mapriso tungod sa utang. Mapriso lang ka if estafa na ang case. That's a criminal case. That's another story, no? Pero kung utang lang class, walay mapriso. Di ka prisuhon tungod kay wa kay pambayad sa imong utang, okay? So the court will go after your properties. Kung wala na jud, wala. Wa tay mabuhat. Okay. Bankrupt jud ka, no? Wala kay assets, wala kay properties, wala kay money to pay off your debt. So in that case, when the court learned about the sale of the beach resort, okay, kining si B, nakabalupod si B, magibaligya day ang beach resort while pending pa ang case. So unsay mahitabo? B has the right to rescind, no? B has the right to file an action for rescission as to that contract of sale involving the beach resort. So mag-file ng kaso si B para katong sale, contract of sale of the beach resort, ipa-cancel, ipa-rescind, para mabalik ang beach resort sa pangalan ni A, and then si A ibalik niya ang kwarta na nakuha niya sa pagbaligya sa beach resort dito kay C. Diba? Kay gibaligya niya kay C. So, in that case, class, mapa-rescind, mabalik kay A ang property, that's the time na pwede na i-attach or i-levy or kuhaon ng court ang property para ibaligya. Then, ang proceeds from the sale of the beach resort will be used to satisfy the debt of A worth 1 million to B. Mao na siyang aksyon polyana. You will only resort to rescission if in any other manner the creditor can no longer collect, okay, the claim due him or her from the debtor. Okay, pero kung naa pa kay properties, going back to our example, kung si A naa pa'y car, napod house and lot, okay, dili mo diretsyo og file ng action for rescission si B as to the sale of the beach resort. Ang buhaton ana is, napa may car, so pwede ibaligya ang car. Kuhaon ng court ang car, ibaligya. Kung kulang pa ang pagbaligya sa car, then kuhaon na po ang house and lot ni A, ibaligya. Then the proceeds shall be used to pay off the debt of A to B. Katong contract of sale ni A involving the beach resort, katong gibaligya niya nga beach resort kay C, katong nga contract of sale will not be affected. Okay? It will not be subject to rescission in that case. Why? Kasi napay other remedies available kay creditor unsa man katong attachment or levy of the car or the house and lot of A. Okay? So mao na siyang aksyon polyana. Number 4, those which refer to things under litigation if they have been entered into by the defendant without the knowledge and approval of the litigants or of competent judicial authority. So here, class, natay ginatawag nga things under litigation, litis pendensya. So let's say si A ug si B, nag-away sila sa yuta kung kinsa ba jud ang tinuod nga tag-iya. So nag-file og kaso si A kay B because A is claiming ownership over that parcel of land. Si B pud ningon, no, this land is mine. Ningon pud si A, no, that is mine. So nagkaso. Pagkaso, unsa man ang thing under litigation, it's the land, no? Motong subject of the litigation, that's the parcel of land na involved in that case. That land nakapangalan kay B, pero si A is claiming ownership over the land. Karon si B as the defendant class, siya man ang tag-iya, no, sa yuta. If B will sell the parcel of land which is under litigation without the knowledge and the approval of A or of the court, then that contract of sale, no, ni B is subject to rescission. Pwede to siya iparescind ni A if that would be the case. But if the parcel of land ibaligya ni B with the knowledge and with the approval of A or of the court, then the contract of sale will not be subject to rescission. Hence, the contract of sale is not rescissible. It is a valid contract of sale. Take note that even if there is lesion clause in number 4, when you say lesion, katong more than 1/4 of the property, ang damage, no, ang injury or ang loss. So even if there is lesion in number 4, if the transaction again is with the knowledge and the approval of the litigants or of the competent court, then again the contract of sale is not rescissible. Okay? So mo nang pasabot sa number 4. Kung ibaligya ang yuta ni defendant, then katong contract of sale entered into by the defendant and the buyer is considered rescissible if and only if the sale was made without the knowledge and the approval of the litigants, in our example of A, or of the court, where the case is pending. And number 5, all other contracts specially declared by law to be subject to rescission. Article 1389. The action to claim rescission must be commenced within 4 years. Okay? So, pasabot class, dapat within 4 years, you have to file the action for rescission. Otherwise, after the lapse of 4 years, na wala ka naka-file for rescission, then you are forever barred to file such action. So, dili na jud kaka-file, di na kaka-rescind pa, makapa-rescind, makapa-cancel sa katunga rescissible contract. Okay? So, 4 years. What's the reckoning point? If we are talking about guardianship, katong sa number 1, katong guardian and the ward, gibaligyan ni guardian ang property ni ward, and then nagka-loss, nagka-lesyon, nagka-damage, nagka-injury si ward for more than 1/4 of the value of the property. So, katong na contract of sale is rescissible. Question, who has the right to file an action for rescission? Kinsang pwede magpa-rescind? Of course, it's the innocent party, not the guilty party. The guilty party there is the guardian. So who can file for rescission? It's the ward, the innocent party. When? The ward can file an action for rescission upon the termination of the guardianship. Pasabot, kung minor ka upon reaching legal age, no? Ma-terminate naman ang guardianship when you reach legal age, pag ikaw si minor. Or if other incapacitated person ka, katong ward nga more than 18 years old or 18 years old and above but cannot protect themselves because of mental and physical condition, disabilities, by the time that their incapacity also is terminated, pasabot, ma-regain na nila ang ilahang capacity, no? Capacity to contract, capacity to transact. Okay? So, kapag guardianship, within 4 years from the termination of the guardianship. Kapag absentees, katong number 2, so the absentee can file for rescission within 4 years until the domicile of the absentee is known. Okay, within 4 years from the time that the domicile of the absentee is known. Kung dili pa kaya pumabala na yung domicile, dili pa siya pwede maka-file for rescission. Okay? When you say the domicile of the latter is known, pasabot si absentee present na nagpakita na di na siya considered absentee. Okay? Naa na siya. So kung naa na siya, nabanhaw na siya, pasabot, he or she doesn't need his or her authorized representative anymore. Kasi he can now do business, okay, in his own. So, si absentee can file an action for rescission of that rescissible contract. Kay, in number 2, naman gyapon lesyon kay absentee, diba? Absentee suffered lesyon. Why? Because the representative sold the property of the absentee with a loss which is more than 1/4 of the property, 1/4 of the value of the property. Okay. And how about fraud? If there is fraud, then within 4 years from the discovery of fraud. Katong action Pollyanna, katong baligi ang mga properties in fraud of the creditors. Remember sa ayog si B, baligi na yung beach resort para dili to makuha ni B sa iya. Okay? So, in that case, from the discovery of the fraud. So, from the time that B discovered that A sold his beach resort in fraud of B. So, 4 years from the discovery of the fraud, then B, the innocent party, can file an action for rescission. So, pwede niya ipa-rescind katong contract of sale involving the beach resort. Okay, so always remember that the action for rescission may be brought only by the injured party, no, the innocent party, the aggrieved party, not the guilty party. It can also be brought by the heirs of the innocent party, the assigns or the successors in interest, okay, or the creditors of the above entitled to subrogation. So, katulang sila ang pwede maka-file ng action for rescission.